Okay, this I have decided is the last video of the lesson set for the um, rooftop solar. Remember what I really did is somebody called me and said I need a rooftop solar. It ended up to be a bigger model. I didn't charge them anything as usual. My business sucks. Sorry to say that. And I thought I'd make a class out of it at least. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to do, the last thing is just to make a scenario analysis. And in the scenario analysis, you want to see all the different kinds of sensitivities. We have a sensitivity on the yield. We've discussed this in some of the other models. This time, all the sensitivities are made from percentages. Okay, and just to review, in this last video, you can, if you would like, make your own sensitivity analysis file. And what you're going to do is use the transpose. If you do this, you'd use the transpose function, and you'd use the index function down here to collect all the data. And then you take the final numbers in this index function down here. Down here, I've said that a couple of times, excuse me, and you'd put that back to the model, okay, and you select the various sensitivities and put them here. And then the other thing in the file is kind of how to make the little drop-down boxes with your developer tab and your insert. So it's so repetitive, but I just left it in just because, you can see it in 100 other videos, you can see how it works. But I thought to be kind of really complete, we do that. And then I have this cash balance chart, which looks like crap. I hope the real file is still okay and good. Maybe not. And in the on the file in the let me just tell you two things before you get started. Number one, if you really want to prove that you've done this, if you I don't know if you're taking the CFA exam, what a horrible thing that is, or for some reason, if you really have completed the whole model, you can send it to me and I'll give you a special badge, and I'll put your name on the website. And if you ever want to, show your future company that you really have done this, I'll put your name on the website with a certificate. Of course, I'm going to charge you money for that. I don't know how much, maybe $5 or something. Okay, so then if you want to watch the rest of the video, it's pretty repetitive, and it's the last one. Here we go. Okay, we're getting to the end. This is very good news. And we're going to make some scenarios. Now, to make the scenarios, I set this up for you a little bit. So I put the year here, and I want to make a graph perhaps of the closing cash balance, just to make sure we don't have something silly going on, and more importantly, the closing debt balance, so we can demonstrate with this cash flow sweep under what circumstances with all our different variables, excuse me, how these variables affect the debt balance. Okay, and I've done this so many times, I'm getting kind of sick of it, but we want some sensitivities on all these variables. Now, if you recall, and I'm going to press Shift Control C because I want to show the scenario page, the purple thing, and just a minute. Okay, so this is I made a separate graph section. I also put the cash balance and the debt balance in kind of separate sections, but the real thing I wanted to show you is that we've got some sensitivities on the yield here. We've got some sensitivity on how much is retail and how much is off system. We've got some sensitivities on the cost. We've got the sensitivity on the discount we're going to have to deliver to get this finished. The accounts receivable, bad debts, and okay, so all of these things have sensitivities, and we can look at an entire low case, but that's really going to suck. Okay, and then here are some of the outputs, which are the how much is our discount, what's our, this is not the discount to the retail price, this is percent to off system, which has a much lower price. That's why it's a very important variable. Okay, and okay, and then we have got this graph. Now I'm saving this. I have something wrong with my computer. Honestly, it doesn't seems to happen to other people, but I have, when I make graphs, sometimes it goes nuts. Well, maybe it does for other people too. So this is our closing cash balance. And then what we could do is go to this thing I did where I put all of the here. Okay, now I really like to put this on another line. You use alternate enter and you go back to the graph to do this. So here's what happened to the cash balance, and then it went away. And I guess we need to understand what happened there, but okay. And then let's make the debt balance. Okay, and then oh, the reason it went down is the interest went down. So okay, it's okay. Just scared me. Okay, so then we put the title here again. Okay, and this is the graph I think I'd really want to look at, particularly if we're presenting this. Okay, and then we want to see what happens to this graph when we do some alternative cases. Now, right now, we just have a base case and a downside case and all that. So, and let's just, when I right click on this and go to format control, I've talked about this so much. I'm embarrassed to do it again, but we have to go to one sheet, not the other sheet. Now we can insert a bunch of other scenarios here. That's why we have this. And we copy this to the chart 2, which I'll rename. Okay, and then we try to go to a different, we can go to the low case, and oh shoot, we can't pay everything off in the low case, which it's not that upsetting to me actually. We get a negative equity IRR, and we have to then understand which of the variables is killing us. Okay, so that is the idea, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do next. Okay, and to do that, see, I'm not that upset. I'm not crying or anything. Ooh, the cash. We should understand that we didn't have enough cash in this case either. So I suppose I'm happy. Not really happy, but it's interesting to do this case. Now what we do is we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different variables to. So let's shift spacebar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shift Control plus, and then Shift Control plus again, because we're going to make a downside and upsides case. So shift down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Et le transpose. And you select these and you put the low case sensitivity. Okay, oops. And then I should have put the, whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, F2. Okay, excuse me, oops. Shift Control F2, Shift Control Enter. And then I'm checking, I've got a conference call, so I've got to make sure and get this kind of finished, and then we do the same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This. Okay, transpose. And we go up here and close it and put high case sensitivity. Okay, and shift control enter. And then I think we should do a counter. Now you can do it like this. Alt-AS, Alt-AS enter, and we put 1. I'm wondering if I should have, I think I'm going to go to my formulas, and it's on automatic. Now what you do is put if the top F4 equals the side one, F4, then you take the low case, F4 twice, otherwise you take the base case, F4 twice. And you can press Control D, and I could have pressed Shift Control R, but I'm just going to press Control R, and then how about just calculating the sheet? Okay. Okay, and when we get to the high case sensitivity, we have to change the thing to the high case. Okay, and copy it down. Okay, and I can go to formulas and calculate sheet again. And then finally, if you want to get a little fancier, which I think you should do probably, is go to the home and conditional formatting and go to new rule. Always, after you do this, go to the top left, no matter, not always, just to the left, I think. And then you press, when this, take all the F4s out, when this doesn't equal, and click on the top one and press the F4 key, like that. And then let's make a format. Okay, I don't know. How about this one? Okay, and then we see what we've changed, and now we have all these things here. We can go to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and now I'm going to save the file, and then we're going to go to the graph. Let's go to this one, and instead of just looking at the low case, well, we can look at the high case first. And I better change the formulas back to automatic. Okay, and then we pay it off really fast, and then we'll look at the yield effect, the percent usage, and it should say, well, the off system, well, that's pretty bad if it went up to 163%. So we better check that thing. So I'm kind of worried about this. The construction cost scenario is a big one. If the merchant prices go down, we've got another sensitivity. So you can do all sorts of other things. You can look at the videos. There are, all different ways to do the sensitivity, but this is the kind of real one to do, and just see what's really happening to the file. And I think I'm going to stop the video because I have my conference call now.